Food is one of the biggest cultural elements that creates bonds between people. Here on Culture Nepal, we would like to share Nepali food with our friends and learn about their cuisine. And today we have a guest from Acton Boxborough Public High School. She is actually born in Uganda and she moved to USA with her father and a sister when she was 12. So she has a lot of experience of Ugandan culture and also adjusting with the American culture here. So let's welcome Michelle. Michelle, welcome to International Cuisine.
Thank you, Aruna.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. So what are you cooking for us today?
So I'm making kind of like a known dish in Uganda from the Buganda tribe. It's matoke, which is the green plantain, and the peanut sauce, which is called binyebwa in my culture. And it's just like a staple food. Everyone eats this, everyone loves it.
Oh, I have heard of Rolex.
Oh, yeah.
Of Uganda,
yeah.
but never heard of this one. And you know, for me, cooking banana is kind of new thing for me because I don't remember we have this kind of banana, but the banana that we eat as a fruit, ripe, not as a vegetable.
Yeah.
So I'm always fascinated to learn about it. It sounds so healthy also.
Oh yeah, it really is.
Wow,
yes.
yeah, it's so rich and healthy. Let's begin. You have to sit there now and the kitchen is yours. Where should we begin now?
So I'm just gonna start by like peeling these.
So you don't use a peeler to peel potato?
No, actually. I suggested to my parents that we should buy a peeler, but they're like, no, you can use a knife, it's fine. Yeah.
No, I can totally relate to that because, you know, I never learned to cut by knife because we have a cutting tool that's called chulesi. Chulesi is nothing like knife. And you have to sit on the floor to cook, also to cut. Chulesi is the word. That's a new word for you.
Yeah, I really want to see what that looks like.
My mom had such a fancy chulesi that she wanted to give me, and I said, no, save it for me. When she passed away, I was not there, so all her stuff went wherever it went. But I always regret that I didn't get that when she asked me to. That's why when somebody give you a gift, especially your family, take it.
Yeah, I keep
That's
it.
the lesson.
I have stuff that I've kept since I was like a little kid. Like I have this teddy bear I call Owen. I still have it.
Oh.
It's really like dismantled right now, but it's memories, you know?
Anyway, so you were born and you were there for a while in Uganda until you were 12, right?
Yes.
Tell us about Uganda in general and your perspective. And also tell us what made you move to USA.
I loved Uganda so much. So just like, let me talk about school because it was a big part of me growing up in Uganda. In Uganda, like boarding school is really like normalized. It's like the most common thing there. I started boarding school when I was only 6 years old. I only went home like during like holidays, which were like 2 weeks. Also my time was actually spent in a boarding school, and I went to a girls boarding school, and
that sounds like
it was a really good experience there. I mean, there's people who are like you, and like it was just so fun there. So that's where actually I learned how to cook as well, because
in boarding school.
Yeah, in boarding school. So every Saturday they call our class and we wear like cooking clothes or something, and then we just like start cooking for the school. And we're like so many kids in the school because the school is from like what we call here like grade 1 to like grade 6. But for us it's like up to like primary 7. Yeah, so it was really fun.
What's the name of the school?
It's St. Teresa Namagunga Primary Boarding School. My favorite memory from that school, and also my least favorite memory, is like the national exams. God, it's just like rush week. It's like so bad. Think of SATs, but like really, really tough.
It's like climbing Mount Everest.
Yes,
Everything
exactly.
that hard, I say that.
Yeah, so you could be doing so good in this primary school, but if you don't pass like the national exam, you're not gonna graduate. So that was really, really tough for students there. So our parents come and visit from wherever, and they bring us like success cards, they bring us money to like motivate us or whatever. And That's the fun part, the food, because school food was always like despised. We ate like posho and beans, the worst. Let me tell you, to this day, I cannot
That sounds
eat
like
posho
my
and
friends. Oh my God.
It was the worst meal ever. But when like parents visited, we call it visiting day.
Yeah.
They bring like matoke. They bring like, oh, we loved like
Matoke is the one we're
yes,
making
this
now.
one that we're making.
Okay,
yes,
that's so special.
and potatoes
Ooh.
as well. And so we
Yeah.
felt like it was kind of like a luxury to eat like that. So it was the best, but also the worst because the exams are so hard. And my school was so competitive. Like
Okay.
if you get below like I don't know how to like. So we called it like aggregates, right? So from 4 to 9 was good. If you got like if you got like 10 to like, I don't know, 13, that was like really bad.
Oh.
And so we took like a mock exam and I got a 13 and I was like worried, oh my God, I'm gonna fail this test. Oh my God. And so I was scared. But when I took the exam, I actually got a 6, which was quite amazing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the best memory.
So what do we do next?
Peel the plantain.
And so we're gonna put. It doesn't have to be hot water to put.
No, no, no.
We're gonna turn the heat to high.
Yeah.
And put a lot of water in here. Probably should cover it. We're gonna turn this induction stove. It's very powerful, so it cooks food very quickly.
This is the worst part.
Oh.
The best and the worst.
Okay.
So to me, like the best memories are usually have like some story behind it that you're like, oh yeah. So they used to make us peel these a lot in like boarding school.
That's a good exercise. You
Yeah.
don't take
So
it as
just like take it up like that,
Okay.
and then like go down straight
Oh.
like that without cutting the food. If like the matron saw you cut the food,
Oh.
you'd actually get a punishment for that.
Oh
which
my
is,
God.
Now that I look back, that's like
That's
really
a good
extreme.
training.
But
That's a good training. I would say
Yeah.
it's a good training. Hard at first, but good for your life, right?
yeah. Oh, I was talking about like I moved here right after the exams.
Yeah.
So actually, remember, I did not want to come here. Like my father was like, "Oh, we should go to the USA because it's like the dream, like the land of dreams or something like that." And I loved Uganda so much. My friends, my family, it was like the best thing ever. I did not want to come here, but I had to.
What was the reason your father wanted to come here, and why? Like, how did he come here?
Okay, so he had come here like I would say 5 years before we came here.
Oh.
And he was working here. Then he got citizenship here.
Where did he work?
He worked in a behavior center. My
I'm
sister was
really-
so excited because she loves luxury. She's like, oh my God, I'm gonna be just like in the movies, Hollywood movies. Like, oh, I'm gonna have a locker, everything. And I was just like, oh, I have to leave my friends. It was kind of like a bittersweet moment. Of course, I miss Uganda every single day, but I love it here now.
So,
Yeah.
what was your first American movie you watched? If you remember? I
this
know
is
mine
really-
was Splash.
Oh, really? This is
Yeah.
really obvious, but it was High School Musical because everyone knows that one. Everyone from Uganda watches that one because, you know, everyone's just like breaks into songs and they start dancing. It makes high school look fun. When I came here at first,
Yeah.
I was shocked that there
Okay.
were like a few black people. I don't know why I was shocked about that, you know, like
Yeah.
I entered the class and I was the only black student there.
Wow,
Big
shock.
shocker for me. I knew that America was like, you know, mostly white people here, but I don't know what I expected. Just moved straight to Acton.
In Hollywood, it's mostly white people.
Yeah, that's true. I entered class and they introduced me, and I remember like I had a really thick African accent, and like
Oh, wow.
people didn't know that I spoke English actually. Yeah, they were like, do you speak English? And I'm like, yes, I actually do speak English because
It's an
Ugandans speak
international-
English.
Yeah, it's an international language, right? We have to. We
Yeah.
don't have a choice.
People were like so uneducated about languages too. They thought I spoke African, which is
Oh.
like Africa has like so many languages, so
Yeah.
many countries with so many languages.
Yeah.
So I spoke like different. I spoke like Luganda, not like African, you know. So
Luganda.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of the word Luganda, but how do you say hello in Luganda?
Jebaleko.
Jebaleko.
So my favorite part was actually the lockers. I was not excited about it. My sister was right about that. I loved the locker. I decorated it and everything. it was really fun. I also got like friends after like getting used to the place and everything. And yeah, it just turned out to be like a good inviting space here because I found like fellow Ugandans in Acton, and that was like the best thing ever. If you live in a predominantly like white place, having people of color around you just like gives you comfort, you know? Like you're not the only one here or something like that.
What's the difference between plantain and banana, first of all? I'm so uneducated. Educate me, please.
So I'm not sure actually, but I feel like bananas like come from plantain. So basically it's green right now, it's raw.
It's a mother of banana.
Yes. So it just like gets ripe and then and this plantain here, it has like less sap, or what we call masanda in Uganda.
Masanda?
In Luganda.
Luganda.
Yes. Masanda is like really sticky. It gets your hands so like brown and dirty.
One of the vegetable we bought that you're not going to be using, I don't know what it's called in English, but it has the same thing. So what you do is you're supposed to coat your hand with the oil.
Yeah,
anyway,
this one doesn't have as much, but
okay. I'm going to have a little dirty hand afterwards.
Yeah.
But it's a good dirt, food dirt. Maybe it's therapeutic. No?
It is therapeutic cooking, just in general.
Cooking and having
with
that
all the
dirty
experiences.
hand.
Yes, all the experiences, dirty or clean.
Let's go back to Uganda now.
Okay.
I am living my Ugandan life virtually through your experience. So okay, tell us a little bit more about Uganda, how big it is, what is the population, what town, city you're from.
Okay.
What are the changes happening?
So Uganda is like a tropical place. Let's start there. So it's very sunny there. Like when it rains, it's still like a little bit sunny. It's nice. You know, it's kind of like Florida, I would say. I don't know about the population, but I would say there's a lot of people because when you go to the capital city, which is Kampala, which is what everyone knows, there's so many people there, so many cars, so many motorcycles, like so many people, so many trading centers and stuff like that. So I live like a little bit out of Kampala. I lived in Entebbe, which is kind of like a suburb.
How do you say that?
Entebbe.
Entebbe.
Yes, which is kind of like a suburb place. Yeah, that's where I lived. It's like dusty, really dusty. So when you go to Uganda, you have to like, I don't know, take some allergy medicines or something. It's really dusty there. But it's really like everyone is so welcoming. I think like people that have traveled there who have never been there, they always say that everyone's welcoming. The food is nice. You know, it's just like it's an overwhelming place because of like so many activities going around like with businesses and stuff, but it's really nice and welcoming.
So how many languages does Uganda have?
I cannot say exactly, but I would say more than 50.
More than 50?
Yes,
wow,
I would say
that's
that.
Rich.
Yeah, it's divided in like Eastern Uganda, Central Uganda, which is like Kampala, Northern Uganda. The reason why most people speak Luganda is because the Buganda tribe is like the biggest tribe.
Buganda?
Yes.
Is that the national language?
No, not actually.
What is the national language?
It's actually English. There's no national language, so we only have an official language, which is English. But everyone speaks their own language there. Why most people know Luganda is because it's the main tribe. So I'm actually not even in Muganda myself. That's not my tribe.
So Muganda is the tribe who speak Luganda?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So
And how many tribes are there?
I cannot say for sure. Again, so many tribes. If there's 50 languages, let's say, I would say 50
Definitely
tribes.
50, yeah.
Yeah, so I come from Eastern Uganda, which is the Basoga. So I speak Lusoga, but I also speak Luganda, so I can like connect with people. I actually know just a little bit of Lusoga though, because I never really learned. Because I've never really like been to the village. My dad is from there, so I'm automatically from there.
Yeah, so they live in harmony with each other, with the different tribes.
Yes.
You started middle school here.
Yes, I did.
What happened after that?
Well, like I said, I met friends who came from Uganda as well, and so we just hung out a lot together. So it kind of like was our little Uganda because we spoke Luganda to each other and stuff like that, so that we don't lose like our culture. And shout out to my friend Karen. She actually made me like learn Luganda more, because when I came here, like I started to forget it a little bit, but when I found her, then like she taught me more.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was amazing. And there's a town here, Waltham. That's where you find most Ugandans actually. They actually have like a street that's named after like a place in Uganda, just because of how many Ugandans are there. Anything Ugandan, you find it there. There's like actually a Ugandan food place. It's called Karibu. So Karibu is more like East African word. It's like a I think it means welcome. It's Swahili actually. East Africa speaks Swahili, which Uganda is in East Africa, but they don't like teach Swahili as much as they do like in Kenya or Tanzania. Yeah, we're supposed to speak Swahili as well. So many languages. Yep. Almost everyone there's like biracial, triracial, or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you had this difficult education system, as you explained in Uganda. How is the school education? Was it easy for you to catch up?
It was both easy and hard at the same time. It's like easier as in the teaching style, like the workload, it's all easy because we used to like study until 5 p.m. and also study at night before we go sleep. But here we study until like 2 p.m. and then you're done and you just have homework, which I think that's really easy. So it was easy in that way. Hard as in Uganda we didn't really use computers as much, so I had to navigate like how to like type and everything.
Michelle, look, you are right. My hands got...
Yeah, I don't have as much.
Oh my God, how come that's not fair?
It's because of how you peel it, right?
Oh my God.
So there's less interaction when you like peel it from up here
than
down.
That's not fair. You should have told me before. I was like holding my, banana like this, and you were like,
it's more like
how do you?
It's like an art, Just
oh my God. Well, I learned something new today. But anyway, are we gonna wash this and boil it together?
Yes. So now we're gonna start walking on the peanut sauce. Okay. I like to put jalapeno in there just for a little bit of kick in there, like a spice in there. And we're gonna cut maybe like half of this. We're not gonna use the whole thing. I think you can like cut this one into like small pieces. Not all of it though, because that'd be really spicy.
Oh, are you sure? Because sometimes jalapeno is kind of funny. See, I actually smell like this. So it smells sweet. So it's not as hot as you think it is. And then sometimes you think it's not hot and it's really hot and small. But so should I cut it in half like this?
Yes, please.
Okay, and then cut like small like this. This
in Uganda we call this biringanya.
What, this one here?
Yeah, biringanya.
Biringanya. That's luango. So is this size good?
Yeah, that size is good.
That size, okay.
Yeah.
So because in Hindi it's called vindi.
Oh.
In Nepali it's called banta.
Oh. Actually, Ugandans don't actually really eat spicy food.
Oh, really?
Yes, which is really funny.
Surprised.
So just like spicy food, I got it from here.
What age you started cooking again in school?
So I started a little bit at home. I always watch my auntie and my mom cook. So in boarding school, that's when I learned how to like peel stuff. And so I started like really cooking when I came here, because my mom wasn't here before, like when we came with her father. And so my father cooked like for a little bit, but I had to like cook. So I had to remember what I saw and what I learned.
Yeah.
And yeah, I started cooking like that, and I used to call my mom to ask, oh, what should I do about this? I don't have tomatoes. What should I do about that?
Like today.
And she's like, okay, don't freak out. You can still cook without the tomatoes. And I'm like, okay, thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
And you don't really have to start at 6 years old. It's not like a rule or something. I was just really interested about cooking. I love cooking. It's very therapeutic. Just cut that in half,
and then
and like cook one half.
Do you take this out?
Yeah,
or no?
Yeah, we take that out as well.
So are you vegetarian?
No.
Is people in Uganda are mostly non-veg or veg?
Oh yeah, they're not vegetarian at all. This is probably like one of the only foods that are like vegetarian. Because Ugandans really value their meats actually. Cooking a meat is like an art or something.
Oh wow.
Like I think the most common like meat they eat there is like pork. It's like really known for eating pork in Uganda.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh.
And also goat's meat.
Yeah.
Which is really delicious, but yeah.
Yeah. You are not vegetarian.
No, I'm not
Okay.
vegetarian. I really love like learning about different foods. I don't care
Yeah.
vegetarian, vegan, like give it to me. I want to learn about it. So I've always really been good at English, like
Oh,
up to this point.
language.
Yes.
Wow.
So English was very, very easy, which people thought differently, but English was easy for me.
Yeah.
So the hardest thing I think was history, because I didn't know anything about America, you know. The
What
history-
about Ugandan history?
Oh, I was really good at that. Could state facts, east, left. I mean, because I was born there. It's
Okay.
easy to like learn something that you've known all your life, you know? But U.S. history was just too many dates, too many people with the same names. You know, it was too much. I love English. I love writing. I love reading, right? In high school, my favorite subject actually became psychology. I loved psychology so much, like studying the brain, why people act the way they do, analyzing different like medical situations. So that's what I want to pursue in college as well.
So which college are you going to?
I'm going to UMass Boston. I think UMass Boston like has a good program for psychology. That's why I chose it. And I committed there. So now I'm going to be living there. That's really fun. I've never really lived in a city.
You said you went to the girls' high school. So is it common practice that girls go to girls' high school, gender separate school?
Yes, they're really common in Uganda actually. Yeah, most girls go to a girls' school and most boys go to a boys' school. Primary school is from primary 1, which is first grade basically, to primary 7, which is like kind of like 7th grade and 6th grade mushed together, I guess. You're 12 when you're in primary 7. So I would say 6th grade maybe.
After that primary school,
You go to secondary
Secondary.
school. Most secondary schools are actually mixed schools, both girls and boys. That is interesting because you go to a primary school for only girls and then get thrown into like a mixed school.
when you were teenage.
Yes,
Which
which
is
is
more
overwhelming. Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
the
you get
system.
used to it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Kind of like I came from like a private school and then I came here and it was like all boys and girls. So it was interesting. It was an interesting experience. Yes. I honestly didn't even think about it that much. I
That's
just
good.
like had my girlfriends and it was fun.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like think about anything a lot too
Right.
much. Yeah.
So you're busy with your studies and you're already used to having girlfriends. So you gotta just see if the
okay.
potato is cooked well.
I think
How do you know whether it's
So
done?
I just like stab it, right? So it's soft now. So I'm just gonna give it just a little more time and I'll mush it then.
Okay, 5 minutes
Yeah.
or so.
Less than that maybe.
Less
Maybe
than
like
that.
3 minutes and then
Oh.
I'll start like making the mashed potato.
Okay, we're gonna fry this now.
Yes.
But not in a ghee now.
Start with avocado oil. Just that much. I
That
don't
much only?
I usually don't use a lot to be
Ooh,
honest.
that's good. My grandmother would be so happy with you. It's like, good cook, never use too much oil.
So I usually just put in a little bit of like, oh, it's already ready. Onions in there.
Nice. I love the way how you put the onion. Very fancy way.
Stir.
So you can put and I'll stir. What a teamwork.
I love that. I've never really cooked with someone before. I'm usually like, if I'm cooking, don't talk to me. I'm cooking alone. And then today I have to cook with someone. It's actually a good experience.
Oh, I like the teamwork. Add more oil. Sorry, Grandma.
It has to like
Brown it.
soft brown,
Okay.
you know, things.
I like to do this. Looks
Yeah,
like
I do
you're
that. Yeah, actually, the way my mom wakes me up in the morning,
Yeah.
she starts cooking. And so I can smell it in my sleep and I'm like, I need to go eat downstairs. I
know.
love food so much.
Smart
So.
lady. I remember my parents doing this. And then so you don't add salt or anything yet?
Not yet, no.
All right.
I kind
Okay.
of like add salt towards the end. So we're gonna use some ghee in there. If you'd like
Ghee.
to put
Oh,
some
of
ghee.
course.
Because we love ghee, you know.
Oh,
And for those,
Yeah.
I usually put like a little bit of salt so that they can like get soft.
Okay.
My mom tells me like when you put salt, it gets it like to break down easily. I think that's good. It smells amazing. I love how ghee smells.
look at us. We're cooking like 3 different meals.
I'm just gonna add a little bit of water.
That's interesting because you add all this thing before the eggplant.
Really nice, but I forgot my tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
That's Let's do it
Okay.
together.
Mashed potato is all done.
Ooh, okay.
Adding this now and just a little bit of of oil as well. We're adding so many vegetables this time, so
You need more oil. This is looking really great.
So, let me remember the name. Muchuzi mix, that's what they call it. It's like a
Okay.
mix of spices.
What
I
are
bought
the
it from a
spices?
Ugandan shop. It's like pepper and stuff like that, you know, like curry powder as well, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. This is Ugandan
Yeah.
spice. Sounds like sesame seed, maybe?
I'm actually not sure. We buy it when it's already mixed.
Oh.
Just a little water.
Oh, that looks really good. Is that good enough?
I think they just need to get softer.
Yeah. Like this.
Okay. Just needs more actually.
So it's not done.
Yeah.
How much time does it? Oh,
It's getting softer, but how are genders like viewed in like Nepali culture?
oh, gender viewed in Nepali culture. That's actually a very tough question because I never grew up thinking about race, gender, or anything. This is for the person who can't have peanut for whatever reason. Either they don't like it or they're allergic to this.
Yeah,
So we
probably
separate it
allergic,
out.
yep.
Okay, that's very thoughtful of you. Thank you for doing that.
Or
Okay, perfect. So,
aside.
but for people who love
I'm gonna add more
peanuts
spice in here.
and don't have a problem eating them, we're gonna add peanuts. Oh, this looks really good.
So I'm gonna pour this in and just
Okay.
like keep stirring, like don't stop.
Should I pour? Because you know how to
Okay,
stir
okay.
better.
Pour
This-
like little by little though.
Okay. Tell me when to stop.
Just keep pouring until it's all out. Yeah. That all the peanut can just like go
Yeah,
in
so
here.
we want to scrape every bit of it.
Yep. Exactly that. I
Okay.
don't know if that works, but
Let me finish doing this and then I'll get the good ghee, more ghee. This is a brand new ghee.
oh wow. Need a cleaner spoon for that.
How many? How much?
That's good.
That's good?
Yeah. Could you
Ooh.
hold this for me?
Sure. It has a avocado oil, ghee, and peanut oil.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm gonna cover this for a while now.
And then-
just put it on low heat.
Low.
Usually it comes out like as a yellow color, right? But this one looks a different kind, and you can see it's ready because of the veins in it, right? But it's a
Oh.
white color. I think that's a different type of matoke. So it is ready.
You need to drain it first, right?
Hopefully it doesn't splash on you.
So we're gonna mash just like potato, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks really soft and nice.
And that's how you know it's ready. You wanna try mashing?
Yes, sure. You wanna put me at work, don't you? Smart lady.
Just for the experience, right?
It looks so like fun to do this, you know? Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course.
I have a question. Do you need ghee for this?
Not really, no.
Wow, this is so good. Looks good. Smells good. And then we're waiting to test it.
Yeah, this is matoke, and the peanut sauce is called binyebwa.
Binebwa.
So matoke usually is a green color, like I said before.
Yeah.
But there's different kinds of it, and this one is like pinkish white, I would
Yeah.
say.
Brownish,
It
I would
depends.
say.
Yeah, it depends on where you get it. Honestly.
So it's simply boiling and mashing. It's not a
Yeah.
difficult dish to make.
Yeah, the boiling part takes long, obviously.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's not that difficult,
It's very
really.
healthy and organic, I
Yeah.
think. And the simplest dish are the most delicious for me.
It's also vegetarian.
Oh my God, yes.
So obviously mashed potatoes, one of my favorites. And this is the peanut sauce. So sometimes it's a little lighter, like
Yeah.
pink.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's this colored. It depends on what you put in there. So I
Right.
put vegetables in there because I love it like that.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like more of a darker color.
Yeah.
And this here is just just like vegetables, a vegetable sauce, I guess.
Yeah,
It
for
doesn't have the
people who
peanut
don't
in
eat
it.
peanut. Okay.
Exactly. This is the matoke.
Okay.
And then, yeah, mashed potatoes.
Wow.
And so I like to serve food like very organized. I put like everything in like its own partition.
Yeah.
I'm not one that puts on the sauce on top.
Everything.
But
Okay.
hey, you can do what you want. But yes.
Yeah, show us how you eat now or serve. I am so excited. This is a complete meal. You don't
Yes.
need anything with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let me hold this.
And
And what do you call
mashed
it?
potatoes.
Luanga?
I don't know actually how
That's
they call
a
it.
test. you need to learn more Luanga now.
Like so. And so that's how I would plate it.
Okay. Oh, this is
Back.
for me.
Yes.
Ooh, thank you. Now, how about you? I don't want to eat alone.
Okay.
You work so hard.
Mini matoke, so much of it.
Oh, that's Wait, I can't wait. So how do you eat? You just
So
dip-
just like get some of the matoke and dip
Okay.
it with the peanut and
Okay.
then eat.
Oh, okay.
There's no rules to this.
All right. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you will get to make this.
Thank you for
All right.
having me today.
Cheers.
We hope you enjoyed international cuisine on Culture Nepal today. And thank you for watching. See you next time.